למה שלא תיקחו אחריות עליהם ותיקחו אותם הביתה? ילדים כאלה לא צריכים להיות פה. אז הם קטינים, באחריות המשפחות שלהם. לא צריכים
Sheikh Jarrah,
ברחובות כמו ילדי רחוב.
we are here for 15 years. Today the Israeli occupation force decided we cannot stand in this corner. Hey you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Generic?
Generic? Now also for the last few weeks Balagan started before, even the demonstration started. This is the regular corner of the weekly demonstration in Sheikh Jarrah. What the fuck is going on, man? What the fuck is going on? So we're early, which is actually good, because I can update you a bit about last week. About another 2 Palestinians that were killed, or the 100 Palestinians that were arrested for no reason except them being Palestinians, or the over 30 Palestinians that were shot with live ammunition, which they can do because there are no consequences whatsoever for the Israeli occupation force when they shoot innocent Palestinians. Zero. Just like the 170 plus Palestinians that have been killed so far this year. Sheikh Jarrah, Friday. Now, they're not police really, because they're green. These are border soldiers. I'm really wondering where the border is, though, that they are protecting here. Israeli occupation force last week. Over 50 raids. 50 raids into Palestinian villages. Certain villages, not one raid, no, twice or 3 times. Again and again and again. Going in at 2 o'clock at night. Scare the crap out of people. Scare little Palestinian children into a heart attack when they die. That's what these guys do. So, over 50 raids, 2 killed. Of course, the Israeli occupation force did not allow ambulances to provide any medical care. So 1 died on the spot, bled to death. The other one died the day later. The one that died a day later was a father of 4, including a new baby of 1 month old. Consequences for the Israeli occupation force, 0. They find it extremely funny because they're listening, they're understanding it, and they find it extremely entertaining. Earlier this week came out the story that in the 70s, Israeli occupation force poisoned land in Akraba, poisoned land, and they took 83. Is it fucking Osher again? Yeah, it's fucking Osher again. Osher! Really, Osher? I don't think you know how to do sex, darling. I think you're too young for that. Wow. Maybe you guys should make really clear and do your job properly. I know it's hard. Yeah, they do. They pretend not to. Some of them really don't. Yeah, well, we know that. Over 170 Palestinians killed, basically for no reason whatsoever. So 40 seriously wounded by live ammunition. 9 minors, 9 Palestinian kids were arrested last week. 9. I personally cannot wrap my head around these numbers. I really don't. Over 100 Palestinians arrested just because they're Palestinian and because these green guys have no control over their hatred and bigotry. Palestinian journalist was also arrested. Oh! I'm getting ice cream. Way more important than... Yeah. Oh, Mayor, you are the best. Oh, this is good. I'm eating a nice thingy, and I was raised not to talk when you eat, or not to talk with your mouth full. Over 85 attacks on Palestinians and their property in the last week. 85 attacks that were reported. Also there, I have a whole list, I will go over it later. Also there, Zionist little shitheads went into Palestinian villages again and again and again. Attacked Palestinians, broke their arms, cut down, burned down their electricity poles so that the whole city or the whole village is without electricity. That's their new trick. At least 8 new illegal outposts have been set up. Totally. Now some of them will be or were demolished. The problem is they're being set up again immediately afterwards. Aviatar, they got specific instructions from the government, the army, to let the shitheads go up the mountain that was stolen from the people in Beta. One of the new outposts that was set up next to Eli, which is also built on stolen land, really on totally stolen land. It's unfucking believable. So there's a new settlement over there, and there is a specific order not to demolish that one, because the settlers asked if the court could find a different solution for the illegal settlement on stolen land from Palestinians to not demolish that. Sure. Whatever you little shithead wants, you get. Slowly more people are arriving. Now, of these 85 attacks by little shitheads on Palestinians and their properties, hey girl!
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How are you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. We missed you today.
I was in Beta.
Oh.
I went directly there from Naples.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How was it?
It didn't really
It stayed up? Yeah,
really.
not really much. Okay, that is good.
How was Sheikh Jarrah?
Zatara was fantastic. There was lots and lots of Palestinian cars. So lots of happy reactions from the Palestinians driving by. And in Kufr Kadum there was live ammunition, shooting live ammunition. Fucking insane, really. It's every time it's a miracle that nobody gets hurt over it. For sure people got hurt, no doubt about it. I never know how many, sorry guys. But the live ammunition shit is just fucking insane.
בסדר? תוכל להחזיק? תביא את הנייר.
And while we're here in East Jerusalem, Sublaban family that are living since 48 in Muslim quarters in the old city. After 47 years in court, they are threatened with eviction in the upcoming 2 weeks. It started from last Wednesday, 28, till July 13. They will get evicted. It's a crazy story. Crazy story. They were kicked out of their house in 48, moved into the Muslim quarters, which at that point was under Jordanian apostrophe. Then in 67 it moved to Israeli apostrophe. Israel sold it to a settler organization that are simply working in cleansing the Muslim quarter, East Jerusalem, from Palestinians. So in this building where 10 Palestinian families used to live, they are the last one standing. The last one. Now everybody in the building, they're all settlers now. So the other 9 apartments are filled with settlers in the Muslim quarter. Cameras are on the door of the Sublaban family to check, you know, if the kids aren't sleeping there or living there, because they are not allowed. So all these 9 settler families can have air conditioning. The Sublaban family is not allowed because it will damage the look and feel of the building. So 9 different air conditioning units are allowed for settlers, but not the one air conditioning unit for the Sublaban family. They were not allowed in the last 15 years to do any fixing of the building, of the house. They have a toilet and a bathroom next to their kitchen, but without a door. They were not allowed to put in a door. Now, based on the settlers are taking them to court all the time. So, based on the Jerusalem municipality, they do live in East Jerusalem and have the right for social security, health insurance, etc. They are acknowledged that they are living here. For the settler, decided she doesn't live here and she has to leave. Now, these Palestinians are residents. So, the moment they move out, they will never allow to get back in. The rules for these people to stay a resident are horrific, and their residency can very easily be taken away. Always the threat. You have to show that you really live there. You have to show that you really pay the bills. You have to show all kinds of shit over and over and over again. I call it an Israeli apartheid. 2 different law systems for 2 different people. Also, Walid Daka, there was a hearing finally this week regarding his early release in prison for 37 years. In 2018 he got an additional 2 years. He was supposed to be released this year in February. Because of those additional 2 years for smuggling a phone into his cell, he is still in jail. Last year he was diagnosed with bone marrow cancer. Has bone marrow cancer in his spine. 2/3 of his right lung has been removed. The man can barely walk, can barely talk, riddled with bone marrow cancer. And the Israeli occupation force decided not to release Walid on humanitarian grounds because, God forbid, there's one thing that they want him to die in prison. Very simple. He's not getting the proper medical treatment. His family can't visit him. It's outrageous. Outrageous. I hope that the family of Walid is taking it to the higher court, and I hope that there will be more pressure on the UN and the EU and all your fucking whoever in the US listening, whatever, make noise. Free Walid. Walid Daka. Ahmed Mansara, also this week, his hearing was postponed with 20 days. He is 21 years old, was put in jail when he was 13. He is suffering from schizophrenia because of us. He's in isolation already for a year and a half. A year and a half he is in isolation. We cannot be more monstrous than we are with this guy. On top of that, we find it absolutely necessary already for the second time this week, the second time in 4 months, to raid his house. So earlier this week in Jerusalem, 16 houses were raided of prisoners or released prisoners. Cars were confiscated. Money was 270,000 shekels was taken. This is money paid by the Palestinian Authority to these families. No, says Israel. So they confiscated 7 cars, 270,000 money, a motorcycle, gold. Yeah, why not? Seriously fucking unbelievable. And of course, when they were doing these, confiscated all these things, the interior of the houses were remodeled. If you see the devastation that the army leaves behind after these raids, it is shockingly disturbing. And they honestly think it's okay. And they know there's nothing, specific that they're looking for. It's just to harass the Palestinians.
Okay, Hebre.
Salah. I'll keep my mouth shut then.
Hebre, bibakasha.
Yeah. Eid Mubarak.
Okay, Hebre, المحلول والدخلين. תודה רבה שבאתם. דווקא מזג האוויר עכשיו יש רוח טובה מאוד. חבר'ה, בבקשה, מישהו לא רוצה לשמוע? לא להפריע, בבקשה. חבר'ה, פעם אחרונה. מישהו לא רוצה לשמוע? פעם אחרונה. קודם כל, מזל טוב לכם. יש לכם חיילים על ידכם, הם באו לשמור עליכם. זה דבר ראשון. דבר שני, מתי באנו, הם היו יושבים כאן ואומרים לנו, יש פה אחד חכם מאוד. מה הוא אומר? אתם לא יושבים כאן, אתם הולכים לשם, בצומת שם. אני שואל אותו, אתה חדש כאן? הוא אומר, לא, אני לא חדש. אמרתי לו, כבר אני 15 שנה כאן מפגין, ואתם תעמוד בצד, יותר טוב לכם. עכשיו נחזור בחזרה. חבר'ה, נוח? נוח, מה אתה רוצה לדבר עם כלב? חביבי נוח, הכלב אחר כך יכעס עליי. יש כלב טוב, יש כלב לבן, יש כלב שחור. אוקיי חבר'ה, אנחנו נחזור קצת אחורה. שבוע שעבר, יום שישי, בשעה הזאת בדיוק, אמרתי לכם על התורמוס עיה ועל העוריף. אם אם אתם זוכרים, מישהו יש לו זוכרון טוב. אמרתי לכם, לא, התקיפה תהיה אחרונה, הם יתקפו וישרפו בתים ויהרגו גם. בשבת, שהם טוענים שהם דתיים, הם שמים קיבה שעולה 5 שקלים, אוקיי? הם תקפו עם ספה, כפר עם ספה, זה על יד ביר זית, והם שרפו שם מכוניות, ושרפו בתים, ויש מזל מאלוהים שהם תקפו בית ורצו לפתוח אותו לרצוח המשפחה שהם היו בפנים. לא יכולו שיפתחו הדלת, אחר כך הלכו. זה שאני מדבר, בכל מה שהיה התאונה זאת, הסרטון, כל מה שאני מדבר, הצבא היה על הידיים. לא עצרו אותם, ולא הרחיקו אותם, ולא אמרו להם אסור, ולא כלום. זה סימן שהצבא זה חלק מהמתנחלים הגזענים יותר ויותר. ואחר כך אומרים, יש לנו דמוקרטיה, אנחנו אלה אנשים מעל החוק, ויש אנשים לא אומרים זה מעל החוק, אלה מאפיות שהם עושים את זה, ועד עכשיו אנחנו לא ראינו עצורים. מה שאנחנו רואים שנעל הבית שהוא תומך בזה, ועכשיו הוא עושה 5 התנחלויות בשטחים. אז המושחת שאומר זה לא חוקי, אנחנו לא מאמינים, אנחנו לא יודעים. המושחת צודק או נעל הבית הצודק? לא, נעל הבית הוא צודק, בגלל המושחת שקרן, הוא הכל זה רק מול הטלוויזיה. אתם יודעים כולם, יום רביעי היה החג שלנו לפני יומיים, והיה לנו תפילה מיוחדת במסגד אל-אקצא. עשינו התפילה, עמדנו שם, שתינו קפה ואכלנו בקלאווה, ויש לכם בקלאווה, אל תפרדו. רק משהו קרה, הם נכנסו ותקפו המסגד אל-אקצא, והם עצרו 15 ילד. הם נכנסו לבאב אל-רחמה, ויוצאו אנשים משם. זה שהם יש להם רחמנות ויש חוק, הם טוענים יש חוק. משהו קורה, הם שמים דלק תמיד על האש, והם רוצים תמיד להדליק אותה. אז בגלל זה, מה שאתם רואים בתמונה גדולה, הם פתחו מלחמה בדרום עד הצפון, והם חושבים עצמהם גיבורים, הם יכולים על הכל. ואני אומר לכם, הם בטחו על עצמהם ג'הנם, הם בטחו עליהם סוף הכיבוש, וזה יהיה בקרוב. הם חושבים עצמהם חכמים והם הכי טיפשים. מתי אתם רואים ממשכים בכיבוש, הם טיפשים, הם לא חכמים. יוצא לנו המושחת ואומר, אנחנו לא נפרק הרשות הפלסטינאית. משן אללה, תפרק אותה, יאללה, תקח אותה. אז נעל הבית, אם אתם זוכרים מה שהוא אמר, אני זורק איימן עודה, ואני זורק, הם רוצים לזרוק אותם, איימן עודה רוצה לזרוק אותם לסוריה, במחמוד עבאס, אם אתם זוכרים. הם אומר, תראו איך הוא משקר על עצמו. מצד הוא לא רוצה לפרק הרשות, ומצד השני לא רוצה להקים מדינת פלסטין על הגבול 1967. אז הוא אומר, אנחנו נותן להם כסף כלכלית. אז הוא נותן להם משחקים השני, מחמוד עבאס וחברים שלו, כסף. זה שווה מה שהם רוצים, שישמרו על המתנחלים. זה התפקיד שלהם. הוא אומר, אלה חברה עובדת אצלנו, זאת חברה עובדת אצלנו. פעם ראשונה הוא אומר האמת, רק הוא לא אומר שהוא יש הסכמים, יסכימו עליה כל העולם על שני מדינות. רק פעם ראשונה הוא אומר, האמת, במחמוד עבאס, בחברים שלו, הם שומרים על המתנחלים. כמו כל שבוע אני אומר, לא להתייאש, העתיד שלנו באלה למזבלת התאריך, ואנחנו נבנה המדינה על האהבה ולא על השנאה. תחייכו קדימה. חבר'ה, מוכנים?
מוכנים. So 85 attacks by settlers on Palestinians, while the army was standing by doing nothing. Some of these. Let's start with the settlers today. Settlers. And you loot 70 to 80 little shitheads came down the mountain from Shiloh, from Kida and Shavut Rachel. They attacked houses, set them on fire. The Israeli occupation force came to the rescue of the settlers and shot at the Palestinians with live ammunition. 5 were wounded, 2 in the head. So settlers come down the mountain, 70 to 80 settlers come down the mountain, and what's the answer of the Israeli occupation force? Shoot at the Palestinians, because they are not allowed to defend their property. Tul Messiah, what Salah was talking about, last Tuesday, again on Thursday, again on Friday, 3 times. Settlers, fire live ammunition, Palestinian got wounded on Friday. Urif. Last Wednesday, settlers attacked the village, attacked the school, the mosque, they ripped the Quran, they burned 2 electricity poles. Again, they burned the electricity on Thursday, and on Saturday, they came back to do it again. They also tried on Saturday to set the school on fire again. Israeli occupation force came to the rescue of the settlers and shot tear gas at the Palestinians. In the meantime, Tzvi Sukkot, another little shithead, was standing in one of the settlements watching it from the balcony. There the one. Settlers attacked homes. Palestinian was seriously injured in his chest by live fire from settlers. So settlers shot at Palestinians. Anybody was held accountable for it? No. Safa. Village was attacked. Again, all by settlers. Palestinians got wounded. Israeli occupation force comes to the rescue to the settlers and shoots at the ambulance. Safa, Saturday, again, 70 settlers set fire to 15 houses, including one. So they tried to burn down a house with 13 Palestinians inside, including children, women, kids. They blocked the door so that they couldn't get out. They were seriously, by luck, rescued by fire department, etc. Has anybody been held accountable for that? Nobody. Anybody arrested? Nobody. 20 cars.
Let me see what I did.
Here. שחזרת כבר. זה היה קצר. אני אדבר איתך אחר כך. Definitely רוצה לדבר איתך. בלי מצלמה. Right. 20 cars were vandalized. Israeli occupation force came to the rescue to the settlers. they fire rubber bullets and tear gas at the Palestinians while they're being attacked by settlers. Settlers attacked an ambulance, the driver was hurt, and 11 were wounded by gunshot wounds. Settlers shot at Palestinian press on the roof. They damaged a camera. I mean, just imagine. The Israeli occupation force also here came to the rescue of the settlers and blocked off all the dirt roads. Blocked out all the roads. Where am I? Yeah, preventing any additional Palestinians from surrounding villages to help the Palestinians in Safa. Sunday, these settlers came back because it wasn't enough, and they burned an electrical transformers, disconnecting the entire village from electricity. Alvina. Settlers attacked the entrance of the village. They throw stones at the vehicles, Palestinian vehicles. Friday again, same shit over. Israeli occupation force standing by doing nothing. BT, same shit, attacking Palestinian cars. Tuba, settlers attack Palestinians with sticks and pepper spray. They attack the houses. Israeli occupation force comes to the rescue for the settlers and arrest a Palestinian. Diristia, new outpost. They put up a new outpost 100 meters from the house of the owner of the land. 100 meters, he's opening his window in the morning and he watches, and there's a new settlement. Palestinians blocked off all the roads. The Israeli occupation force, of course, is securing the outpost, not allowing the Palestinians access to their land. The settlers, they block dirt roads from the village to the land because they can. Marayat, new outpost. They attacked a kid. 5 settlers attacked a kid. Police arrested. No, Palestinian was arrested. So 5 settlers beat up a Palestinian kid. A Palestinian got arrested and an activist got arrested. Kid was rushed to medical attention. 2 additional Palestinian shepherds were injured. Ain al-Rashu. They raided settlers. I'm still on the settlers. Raided 6 tents. Brutally beat up an 80-year-old Palestinian man. Set fire on his tent next to the gas cylinders, hoping that, they would all explode. Israeli occupation force comes to the rescue of the settlers. 3 Palestinians got arrested. Shufa. Settlers steal 2 donkeys. Named racial slurs on greenhouses. And so 85 of attacks like these. 85 like these, guys. Zawiya. Settlers attack the Palestinian, and seriously, this is insane. They tried to amputate his finger. He was rushed to the hospital. They shot at Palestinian cars and Palestinians, burned fields. Israeli occupation force stood by and did nothing. Zero. Here you have other Zionist little shitheads. Here you have Osher, of course. Unfucking believable. Now, all these settler attacks, Ben Gvir calls these little shitheads sweet boys. I'll continue later with some of the highlights of the Israeli occupation force in the last week. Allowed access. So now he will come in from the back. And these guys are just standing by and letting it happen. Demonstration against the cleansing of Palestinians. Allow the shitheads to get even close, which is really nice. Home, Saplavan family that I discussed earlier. And then we have the signs, of course. That's how occupation looks like. Demolition. Number I don't have this week. How many houses have been demolished? How many more Palestinians are left without a roof over their head? I read the story about this family living in this little village. I forgot the name, of course. It has been demolished in February, in the middle of the winter. Everything they had was taken. Everything. Friends brought them to another village. Build a tent for them. But the Israeli occupation force found it necessary to also demolish the tents. Now the only place that it's left for these people to live is in a cave. So far, they have 14 children. They are not going to school. Now, let's not forget the 57 schools that the Israeli occupation force is threatening with demolishment. Safrayata is a great example. I don't know how many schools have already been demolished there. Schools that were set up, by the way, with money from European countries and NGOs. Israel owes them a lot of money. Some countries have requested the money back. Millions we're talking about. Israel doesn't give a shit. Just like they don't give a shit about international law. Because collective punishment is not allowed. Killing people just because they're Palestinians, not acceptable, not allowed. To have 5,000 Palestinians in Israeli jail is against international law. They should be in jail in occupied Palestine. Everything. Oh, I have a very clear. Bibi said earlier this week that the main goal is, what did he say? I wrote this down. Yes, Bibi said earlier this week that Israel needs to eliminate, listen to this, to eliminate the aspirations of the Palestinians for a state. God, man, this is so disgusting. Mirom is getting money from Bibi. Kadur Barosh, L'kol Machaber. A bullet in the head to every terrorist. Yeah. I'm for. Now, seeing here the treatment towards journalists, Israeli occupation force is harassing international press at the Sublavan family because the settlers don't like it when the international press is standing in the street having interviews, because it's not a pretty picture. In a Muslim quarter, to see all these Zionist shitheads, that's a fucking outcry. So, the Israeli occupation force is harassing foreign press and pushing them out. They are allowed to interview them inside, but they're not allowed. Yeah, democracy they called it, right? Look at this. Oh, no, their mouth was open. I really do hope that these people will go to jail for incitement. This is absolutely, that this is allowed, is fucking racist, disgusting. I have no words left. No words left for these shitheads. How dare they? How dare they? Seriously. It's all okay. Democracy for Jews only. Democracy for shitheads like these only. They can do whatever the fuck they want without any consequences. It's disgusting. Disgusting. With so much hatred. I hope they smoke themselves. Smoke their lungs to hell and back. Fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, I'm just disgusted right now. Stoic, hopeful, optimistic. Look at this. The chosen people. Chosen people filled with hatred. Look at those disgusting. Yeah, take another cigarette, honey. Go for it. Fucking disgusting. Look at these little shitheads. They seriously think.
5, 6, occupation no more. 1, 2, 3, 4, occupation no more.
This is what the Israeli occupation force does. Standing around these little shitheads. Little shitheads. Little shitheads. Get the fuck out. Hey. Hey. Tiraga. Unbelievable, eh?
לא, הם כמעט. כן, תודה רבה, לא.
אין עליך.
די לכיבוש! די לכיבוש! די לכיבוש! די לכיבוש! די לכיבוש!
אוקיי, הפסקה.
יש להם קפה, יש לכם בקלאווה. לא להתבייש.
Sorry. האוטו שלי מלא. האוטו שלי מלא.
לראש העין. אני יכול לקחת אותם לראש העין, ואת תיסעי איתו. איך שאת רוצה.
יאללה, סבבה. אני אקח אותך. תקח את הבנות.
אם מישהו נשאר לו קצת, תזרקו להם.
I love that lady. I love also that lady, by the way. Our Netanya. How you doing, Netanya? You okay?
I hate the summer.
You hate the summer? You're hot? You're exhausted? So do maybe a bit less. You are running around a lot.
Not that much.
You are running quite a... Really?
No, just the heat gets it.
Yeah, but so take a step back during the hot hours.
Okay.
We can't do without you. We need you for much longer. Our lovely Netanya. She is just the best. They cannot get any better if you need a demonstrator fighting for equal rights. South Africa. And then we have this woman. I love her and I love her grandchildren. Fucking fantastic. Where are the boys actually? Okay. Let's see what I didn't mention yet. Let's take a look at my list. Let's see if I mentioned already. Where is this one? Okay, here we go. Israeli occupation force. Ahmed Zaghin. He was released after 22 years in prison. He hugged his son and he was arrested again. Zaria, 5-year-old, was sitting in the back of a car. They were in a... How do you call a Sharia in English?
How do you call what?
A Sharia. With the cars.
How do you call Sharia in Hebrew?
Okay, so Shayara. In English, how do you call them?
You go on with your homework.
I don't even know. Oh, excellent. So they were in this line of cars driving together to a wedding. At the entrance of the village, the army was standing there. So they were. Palestinians did not agree with that. So the car was standing at the side of the road because it didn't want to be part of the Balagan. And the Israeli occupation force shot with a rubber bullet and he lost his eye. 5-year-old Palestinian kid sitting in the back of his car, his parents' car. Lost his eye. Israeli occupation force is checking the incident, of course. Now we all know that nothing will come out of that. Nobody will get punished. Oh, oopsie, it's another oopsie. Just like Mahmoud Tamimi. Also, oopsie. Convoy. Oh, that's a good word. I like that. Yeah.
Thank you, Morpheus.
So they were in a convoy.
They're supposed to be released from the hospital, I think, on Sunday.
The boy? Yes?
The boy.
With the eye?
Released or supposed to be released?
Okay. He was in the Shiba and Tel Shemir, no? Yes. So he will be released hopefully early next week. But he lost his eye.
Yes.
Anabata, Palestinians, so the Israeli occupation force confiscated closed circuit videos that were showing the shootings of artifacts. I don't know who was shooting at the artifacts. Tulkarem. After a raid, an Israeli officer from Shin Bet found it necessary to send emails to Palestinians in the village and threaten them to murder them. I don't think that the Israeli occupation force is checking this incident, because that's A-OK to do those things. Masafriyata. Tuba. After a settler attack, 2 o'clock at night, Israeli occupation force found it necessary to have a raid, which is fucking scary, because suddenly there are a shitload of army guys. Their faces are covered. They come in, you know, full gear. Oh! شكرا شكرا شكرا.
هذا عشان العيد. هذا عشان العيد. عيد عيد الأضحى. حلو بكلاوة.
بكلاوة
بالنفيسة.
شكرا. عيد مبارك.
عيد مبارك
إن
شاء الله. مبارك علينا إن شاء الله على المسلمين.
شكرا.
عيد مبارك على المسلمين.
I just love her. So they wake up everybody, reorganize the houses. Nobody was arrested. Scared the crap out of everybody. The same in Pasay. Addition, tear gas and gas grenades. Sorry. Stun grenades. Khaled El-Deba. Israeli occupation force raided houses, threatened Palestinians, took pictures of their houses and their living caves, and confiscated a generator. Again, showing who's the boss. Tuba. Israeli occupation force uprooted dozens of olive trees and destructed an animal pen. Duma. Entrance of the village blocked.
From your life.
Oh!
To the real life.
Ain't a lechem. So, entrance to the village blocked with piles of dirt and rocks, not allowing the villagers entrance or exit. I mean, why not? Why would they need to go anywhere? Stay in your village. Nachalim, iron gate close to a road connecting the village to Jaffa. Israeli occupation force shot at people that were trying to open the gate. Let's just shoot at them. East Jerusalem, one night, 16 raids on houses of Palestinian prisoners or ex-prisoners. One of them, for the second time in 4 months, the family of Ahmed Mansara, the 13-year-old Israeli, Palestinian boy was arrested when he was 13. Israel changed the law specifically for him so they could send him to trial as a grown-up. He didn't do anything. He was beaten up, and he's already for 1.5 years in solitary, isolation. Solitary confinement. 21 years old, suffering from schizophrenia. His health is deteriorating. He was supposed to have a hearing this week. That hearing has been pushed out by 20 days. He needs to be released. Free Ahmed Mansara. Free Walid Daka. Free Sablavan family. There are too many free Sheikh Jarrah. It's crazy. 85 attacks by settlers in 1 week. 85. Palestinians are terrified right now to let their kids leave the house or their husbands because they might not come back or they might burn alive in a house. So During these night raids on these 16 prisoners, ex-prisoners' families, Israeli occupation force confiscated 7 cars. They just stole it. 7 cars were stolen. 270,000 shekels. Money given by the Palestinian Authority to these families for all kinds of different purposes. Taken, stolen. Jewelry. Their whole content of their houses were demolished. It's seriously redecorate. And gold and a motorcycle was stolen. So far, 13,000 housing units have been approved to be built in occupied territories just this year, the highest since 2012. Before that, I do not have the numbers. They might be out there, I couldn't find it. So, 2 killed, 2 Palestinians killed, over 100 arrested, over 50 raids, over 40 seriously wounded by live ammunition, and over 85 attacks by settlers. Welcome to occupied Palestine. I'm going to get another cookie. It's not a cookie, it's a flower. Yeah, there's another one. Oh, I love these. Oh, this one is good. Hey! Massive! Ta-da! Let you guys see this one. Now you're stuck. Oh, I'm living the good life, people. Oh, this is good. See if you guys can see this properly. No, I finished with my homework. No, over. My hair. Here are sitting the people that smoke. Crazy picture.
אני לא מסוגלת ככה עם אחד.
אוקיי חבר'ה, בזמן שהחבר'ה כאן מכינים עצמהם, אני רוצה לדבר איתכם על הדבר מסוכן ביותר. חבר'ה בבקשה, שבוע שעבר הבח הזבל האחרון אחרינו, הם נכנסו בעוריף למסגד עם כלבים והם דרסו הקוראן שלנו וקרעו אותו ודרסו עליו בעוריף. לפני כמה ימים
תודה, פירדוס.
אחד גזען בשבדיה, אותו דבר, הוא תפס את הקוראן ושרף אותו ושם בשר של חנזיר בספר. מישהו עושה דבר כזה, הוא חושב עצמו חכם. הבעיה שלו לא איתי ולא עם 2 מיליארד מוסלמים. הבעיה שלו קודם כל עם אלוהים, אחר כך עם 2 מיליארד מוסלמים. ואם כל אחד הוא חופשי ומכבד את הדת השני. פעם ראיתם אחד מוסלם קרא תורה או אינג'יל? זה בושה בשבילנו. בגלל הם גזענים ואין להם שום בושה בעיר כבושה, הם מותר להם לעשות הכל. עכשיו 2 מיליארד מוסלמים הם חמים והם מתנגדים לכל זה, בכל השעות וכל העולם מדבר על זה. בצרפת שוטר תנועה עוצר ילד בן 17 ומתי הוא מגלה שהוא ערבי, נתן לו כדור בראש והרג אותו. תסתכלו עכשיו צרפת איך הכל באש. מישהו עושה דברים כאלה, הוא לא בן אדם. החיות מתביישים לעשות מה שהם עושים. אז זה סימן גדול שמישהו עושה דבר כזה, הוא בן אדם גזען. בן אדם אין לו שום בושה בהרגשה. אז בגלל זה, מתי אני אומר לכם, הכיבוש, סוף שלו, מתי אתם רואים אנשים כאלה? למה? הם חושבים עצמם חכמים והם הכי טיפשים. אז אומרים אחר כך, למה יש נקמה? ולמה? אז בגלל אחד טמבל, אנחנו כולנו צריכים לסבול. זה משהו הולך. אחר כך אנחנו חוזרים תמיד ואומרים להם, لا الاحتلال احتلال
Really? Also here, they like to attack Palestinian cars and the Palestinians inside. And again, the police is standing by. They know this. Nothing new. Thank you, Malaysia, for watching. Also saw some Dutch flying by. Always nice to have the home front. Last week, when the demonstration was done, so last week one little shit that really thinks he knows how to organize it, and just randomly. Oh. Now, and one number that I didn't mention today, thank you, Firdaus. You guys are fantastic. Now, one number I haven't mentioned yet is East Jerusalem since 1967, and I will repeat this number in every fucking live I'm doing because it's so freaking outrageous. Since 1967, more than 1 million Palestinians have been arrested. More than 1 million. That's number one. Number two, since 1967 in East Jerusalem, occupied Palestine. It's not Israel. 55,000 housing units have been built for Zionist settlers in East Jerusalem since 1967. How many houses were built for Palestinians? How many approvals did they get? Take a nice guess. The number is 600. 600. 2.5 generations later, 600 housing units for 2.5 generations in East Jerusalem. They're being threatened that their houses are being demolished, that they have to leave. Israelis have the right of return if they lived in a certain house before 1948. The Palestinians that were kicked out of their houses in 48 don't have any right of return to nowhere. So, also with the Sublavan family, the family that's, that they have the right of return because, the ownership before 48, they lived in Jerusalem in 1948. They cannot return to their original house. So if you say already the right of return should be for everybody and not just for Israelis. Now, there's no right of return. They're making it up. They're seriously making it up. And the only thing they know how to do is throw 1,100 Palestinians in jail that are being held under administrative detention right now. 1,100 Palestinians are being held under administrative detention. No court, no hearing, no evidence that's being shared. 1,100. So, I don't know, guys. 85 attacks by Zionist settlers in the West Bank. Occupied Palestine. Over 50 raids by the Israeli occupation force in occupied Palestine. Palestinians don't have the right to demonstrate. They do not have the right to defend their property. So while Zionist settlers are roaming the mountain with M16s and shooting at Palestinians, Palestinians are not allowed to react in any form or any way. So the Sublavan family is got an eviction order June 28th until July 13th. Nora has lived there, she was born there. Please get out of the houses. Earlier today I was in Kufr Kaduk, weekly demonstration, where in 2002 the main road out of the village connecting them to the main road to Nablus, which is like 900 meters, has been closed because settlers stole land from Kufr Kaduk, built Kadumim. where Smotrich is living. And they don't like it. And Palestinians are so close driving by their stolen houses, or houses on stolen land. So Israeli occupation force came in and blocked the exit. So since then, the villagers have to drive 15 minutes to get to the same point 900 meters away. In 2011, the higher court agreed with the village of Kufr Khatum that they should have access to the main road out. Israeli occupation force does not agree with that. So basically, since then, the road has been closed. So every week there's a demonstration for an hour. It's like a dance, except that for the last few weeks, because the wind is towards the direction of Kedumin, so there's not too much tear gas, because otherwise they would, they took actually, the people in Kedumin took the army to court because of the tear gas. They were suffering from the tear gas. So the answer of the army is not stopping throw tear gas. No, they will go into the village now and throw the tear gas. But in the last few weeks, Israeli occupation force has been reacting on the stone throwing with live ammunition. I don't know why, and it's a miracle that nobody is getting killed during these demonstrations. Okay, I am going to stop my live because I really want to talk. Maybe I shouldn't still. Let's keep it on a bit longer. Look at them. Look at all these shitheads. They're like vultures. Circling, 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 trying to find their chance. Vultures, that's what they are. Uneducated vultures. It's seriously no words for this. So disgusting. They really make me puke. Really. Also, all the movements. How oversexed are you when you are 7, 8, 9 years old? What goes through your mind? I didn't even know. I didn't do things like that when I was 8, 9 years old. My daughter's friends don't do that. When they were 9. Maybe today, but you know, they're 21. Yeah, okay. What the fuck? They are so sexually frustrated, so uneducated, that it's just pathetic, and so racist, so filled with hatred and brainwashed. The chosen people, yeah. The chosen people, little vultures with no hair on their balls. That's what they are. Also, the big vultures, they don't have any hair on their tiny little balls. My balls are way bigger than their balls, and my balls are from fucking iron. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about my balls today. Under my tutu. God damn, go home. Okay, those two shitheads are going. Okay, guys, I'm going to chit chat. We'll keep an eye. If anything happens, we'll be back. Bye,